Hi everyone, welcome to the video. And today we have Eleftheria with us. She is an experienced person in community management, community building, growth strategies, content creation, and she previously worked at Hashnode and currently she is working at Great Nebula Dev Labs. So we are discussing with how someone can start with a community manager role, community building, and content creation stuff. And thanks Eleftheria for coming on our show and sharing your insights. And you can start with the introduction about yourself.
Thank you very much. I'm glad being here, and I hope that I can spread some knowledge to the folks that are interested in DevRel or community management. So yeah, as you mentioned, I'm Eleftheria. I'm from Greece. Currently, I'm working as a community manager at Crab Nebula, and before that at Hashnut. And it's something that I really enjoy working with the community, creating content, and all this beautiful stuff that I think that we are getting deeper into this.
Yeah. So the first thing that I want to know, if someone want to start with a community management, but just start from the beginning. Give us a introduction about what is community management and why the startups or companies need to uh, create the community management.
Yes, it's something that, as far as I have seen, the last few years has started to become more and more popular, and I really get why companies are doing that. I believe that community management and developer relationships goes hand in hand, and that's how it should be. So a DevRel person usually will do the more technical stuff that involves both the company but also the community. So maybe they will write technical articles, documentations, maybe they will do tutorials. But from the other hand, all those stuff that the DevRel are doing, they need to have a community to spread those things. And if they only write stuff or if they document stuff, where is the community? They don't have a community. So that's why companies have the community managers these days, because the community manager is the person that will be on Discord or Slack or any other places that you have a community, will talk with people, will engage with people, will try to solve their questions. And then they will also go to social media and create content, try to be as informative as they can. And if people ask questions, maybe then they can share the technical stuff that the developers have built, the developer relationship people have built. So I feel that's why it's an important role, and that's why we see it more and more these days.
Yeah. And like how communities are helping products or startups to get more clients or getting more growth in their product. Just like if I build community around a particular product, just like translation of languages or something, and I create a Discord server for them and people start using to it, just like open source products. So how the communities are helping startups to grow their product.
Um, so if I understand your question correctly, I think that they are helping them by finding those clients, and it's not directly finding the clients, but it's spreading the product that the company has. So they try to make it as I don't know, as known as possible. So by talking more about it, by promoting more, then the clients will automatically come. And when the first clients come, then the first person that they will talk is the community manager or the developer relationship person. So it depends. But first they will talk with these people, and then maybe they can start a collaboration.
Okay. And if someone want to build community, what are the initial steps that you can suggest to them? Just like uh, looking like first to start with looking for their why they need community and picking up from the platform, creating content strategy. What are the steps that they should follow to build community in tech?
Yeah, as you mentioned, the first thing is that they have to think or they have to know why they want to build a community. If we don't talk about companies and we talk about individual people, maybe they just want to engage in a community and they don't want to build a new community, because we already have so many great communities in the tech atmosphere. So if you search on Discord, if you search on Twitter or X, you will find multiple communities. So I would suggest for individuals to first think why they want to build a community, and if they truly need to build a community, because otherwise they can simply engage in a community. But if we talk about the companies, that the companies want their own communities, then I would suggest picking up a platform like Discord. Again, I feel that
Yeah,
it's a great place for things like that. And then the hard thing is to gather the first few people. And in this case, I would suggest again promoting as much as you can. For example, share it on all of your social media. If your company has a newsletter, also share it in the newsletter. If you're talking to other people in person or online, maybe they are your friends, they don't belong at your company. Again, tell them that, hey, I have a new community. Can you please support me there? I'm trying to gather the first few people. And if they are your friends, they will come, but also sharing it a lot. And don't be spammy, like I don't mean share it every day, but maybe once in a week. I feel that you will gather more people. And actually, right now in the company that I have, Crab Nebula, we have a new Discord community. It's, I think, that second or third week that we are really using them. Because before that we had the Discord server, but we weren't really using it. So now in the 2, 3 weeks, we've managed to have around 50, 60 new people. And we also have 40, 50 people that they know us, so they're just like friends. But the new people are about 50, 60. And I think that in 2, 3 weeks, like 60 people is a good number. And all this is because we are sharing it on social media, we're sharing it in the newsletter, we are trying to be vocal about it. Even on Discord, we say, hey, you can call your friends here. And then the other very important thing is have events on Discord, and
yeah,
again ask people to come on those events. So maybe you can collaborate with someone else if you're doing some, I don't know, live coding session, or if you are thinking about doing a live on YouTube instead of YouTube, maybe you could have it there. There are also platforms that let you stream in multiple places. So you could still have your YouTube or your Twitch live, but also do that on Discord. So there are a few stuff that you can do to grow a community, to build and grow a community.
yeah. And just like as you mentioned, like there are different platforms, but Discord giving a lot of feature to building a community. Just like as you mentioned, like you can connect with the people on call, video call. You can take conduct sessions, like online, and you can share the actual insights of the community with the people. So Discord giving a lot of things. But right now there are different tools, and you have like various experience with the different community building tool, just like Slack, Discord, and people are also building community on WhatsApp right now. Just like WhatsApp also publish their features, community WhatsApp features. So, like, what do you think? Like, which platform would be a better for the person who are looking for the community building? Discord, or they can? Is there any better alternative that you know?
Um, Again, from my personal experience, I would say Discord. It's the platform that we are using now. I was also using Hashnote, and Hashnote, as I guess many people know, has a very, very big and
Yeah,
vibrant community. It's very active there. So I would say that Discord is a really nice community. Also, most people already know how to use it, so there is not a learning curve or something. It's quite easy to use it.
yeah. Yeah, like a lot of people familiar with the Discord, more people who are in a tech, and also Discord give you a lot of beginner friendly things, just like welcome bots, which can give you
Yeah.
the greeting message, and it's simple to use WhatsApp, just like another application, just like another social media app. And with the benefits of Discord, I think there are different channels you can customize your server, just like web development, technical writing, if you want to provide some job channel, so you can create a job and vacancy channels out there. So there are different features and lot of great features Discord provides, and that's why in tech world or in a tech community, Discord grow more as compared to other platforms. And
Yeah, and
yeah,
if I may add, like as you said, it's very important that in the tech world, things like Discord work well. But if you were in another field, maybe Discord wouldn't work so well. For example, I'm a woman, so I like fashion and stuff like that. So for fashion, if I had a job at fashion, I don't think that Discord would
yeah,
work. Maybe I would like to have a community on Instagram or TikTok, something like that. So it really depends on your field as well.
yeah, I agree. Completely agree. Like different product demands different platform. Just like as you mentioned, if you are building some community around the fashion and woman care, is just like, so you need Instagram platform. You can't build that on Discord. And if you're a techie person or you want to build community for tech people, so you can start with a Discord. Like it depends which community that you want to build. Yeah. And what are the things that I want to know if I want to grow my community? Just like I have a YouTube channel and I want to build community around it. So what are the different content strategies that I can implement to grow my community? Like give me some suggestions to grow my YouTube community.
Yeah, before the content strategy, or maybe I don't know, maybe this is also part of the strategy, is being consistent. It's something that I have seen that has helped me both professionally, like in the works that I do, but also personally. If you're consistent, it's a really, really big thing because people eventually they will learn about you. Maybe you're using, for example, Twitter, and not every person of your community is on Twitter every day. Maybe because you're a content creator, you are in Twitter every day. So that's amazing. Do that and be consistent with that. So every day, I would say, for example, post something or share something. Now, specifically for YouTube, that may be a little bit harder because it's harder to create content for
Yeah,
YouTube. I, I know I've been there, I've done that, but at least try once, twice per week. And again, specifically for YouTube, you could have your schedule somewhere that people can find it. So they would expect when you will have a new video. I find this quite important. And also make sure that you let your audience know what you're going to talk about. For example, maybe you are going to talk about Java. I'm not interested about Java, but in the next video, maybe you will talk about Python, and I'm more interested about Python. So it's nice to be vocal about what you're doing, what are your plans, and stuff like that. And the other thing is, don't be afraid to ask people to subscribe to your channel. Maybe you think that this is something that people already know, but sometimes people forget, sometimes people don't really care. So it's okay, and you can be vocal about that as well. Um, no, I'm not sure if I have any other strategy. The other things are a bit simpler. For example, finding your own style, because we've seen some things are working well for some creators. It doesn't mean that they will work well for you too. So take some time, experiment, find your own style, find the things that you like to post, and yeah, start doing that as consistent as you can.
yeah. And that's also new to me that you mentioned that don't afraid to ask people to subscribe your channel, because a lot of people said to me, just work hard on your channel, be consistent, and people will automatically subscribe. Just don't go and ask people to subscribe. But yeah, like if you're creating content, you know you're working hard, and if people getting help, so you can ask them to subscribe my channel. It will help you definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have like longer videos, maybe longer than 10 minutes, you could even say one at the start and one at the beginning of your video that, hey, please subscribe to my channel or something like that. But always be polite and kind and this kind of stuff. Don't force anyone to do something that they don't want to.
Yeah, I will do that, sure. And the thing is, you previously work at Hashnode, and there is every month there is a hackathon. Just writing a blog or particular open source product or tool you have to use and build some application. So just I want to know if you're taking some hackathons, and on Hashnode there is a large community. Like you, I see there is a more than 500, 1,000 applications for every hackathons. So how much people you need to review those things, and what kind of steps that you take to review those applications and organize that complete hackathon. Give us a give me a complete picture if I want to organize hackathon, and uh, how I can organize that, and how I can get more people into that. How can reach out to people to sign up for that hackathon and be a part of it. Give me a whole picture. How can I do that?
Yeah, okay. So I don't think that I will give you the whole picture because I don't currently work there and maybe a few
Yeah.
things have changed. But also, I'm not sure if I can speak publicly about those things, but I can mention for sure a few stuff. And I will mention the stuff that I was doing there because Hashnot has a team of DevRels, and not only one person is responsible for the hackathons, but there are multiple persons. So I will mainly talk about the part after we were announcing the hackathon, and people, yeah, would start submitting their projects. I could see that before the hackathon we would always have an article announcing that we will have that specific hackathon, and we would always have some rules. The rules still are very simple, like you're doing a project, make it on GitHub, make it public, make it open source with MIT license, and also use the correct hashtag in Hashnode, because that's how we can track your project and your article. There is no other way to track it. But then, as a reviewer, because I was one of the reviewers, I could see that a lot of people, they were forgetting to put the link on GitHub, so you couldn't find their repo. And then I had manually DM them and ask them, hey, please update your article because you don't have the repo. Then I would go to that repo, and a lot of times I would see that they don't have the correct license. And that was very important for us. I don't know, it's something with the rules and the laws that you have to have this MIT license. Otherwise, they could not take part on the hackathon. And the other thing is that they wouldn't use the correct hashtag. For example, there was a hackathon about, let's say, Vercel, and we would have a hashtag Vercel hackathon, something like that. And they would not use that one. And then they would DM me that, hey, why didn't you see my project? I would say,
Yeah.
okay, send me a link of the project. I would check that. And then I would find that they didn't have the correct hashtag. So that was a bit funny. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a basic thing to that all rules are written, GitHub, add to GitHub link and mention the hashtag. It's a basic thing, but a lot of people miss that.
Yeah, exactly. So I would have to do that for a lot of projects. And then sometimes people would comment, hey, why do you need so much time to review the projects and stuff like that? But again, we had a lot of projects, and as the reviewers, we weren't a lot of people, and there are also phases. So, for example, maybe I like one project, but I will not mention that to my team. So everyone was doing that individual. And in the end, we had a comparison of the projects that we like. And we would pick these projects. We would also send them to the company, again, let's say Vercel. And if they would also agree with our results, then they would say, okay, let's make this public. So that's why it was taking a lot of time for us to make everything public.
Okay, there are a lot of people and a lot of hard work you need to organize and to review those applications. That
Exactly.
I can understand.
Exactly.
And yeah, like as you mentioned, there are very basic things to mention: GitHub repo link and a hashtag. But when people do that, the work of the other people increase. Just like the people who are responsible for reaching out to people to follow all the guidelines. Just as you mentioned that you DM a lot of people to do the basic things. So like yeah, like participants who are taking participations, they have to keep in mind like I have to follow all the guidelines. And the MIT license is not new to me, but yeah, taking on a hackathon and just like adding that license file, it's necessary that I learned something new today. Okay, and I always uh, try to know or get to know the concept of community monetization, how someone can monetize their community after a particular number. Just like assume that I have a community and there are 10,000 people in my community, and I want to monetize that community. So what are the different ways that I can do that? Give me some ways to monetize my community.
Yeah, so again, it depends if you are an individual or a company. So if we talk about an individual, let's say you and you have a very big community, then there are a few things that you can do. One of the not simplest thing, but one of the things that I have seen more is writing an ebook. It takes a lot of time to write that ebook, and I would say you shouldn't use too much ChatGPT or similar products because people know your style. You belong to your
Yeah,
community, so they know you. If you use an AI tool, the style will be different than yours. And I think that people will get that, and it's not nice. You're selling something, so you should devote your own time into creating something cool. So yeah, the first way I would say is an ebook. Then some other things that I have seen is doing one-on-ones with people that they want to learn something from you. So, for example, maybe you're good at giving advices or giving tips at a specific topic. You could use a platform, there are quite a few of them, and you could have some meetings there and say, okay, I charge that amount of money. If you want to have a one-on-one with me, let's do that. So I think this is also a really nice way because for sure some people would be interested in your work and they will want to learn from you. And a third way that I can think of right now is creating small courses, maybe on Udemy or Udacity or I don't know any other place, and sell that thing as well. But again, because we are talking about you and people know you, I would say try to be authentic and don't try to copy other people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be honest with the community. As you mentioned, like if you are using ChatGPT or any AI tool to sell digital products, just like ebook or any courses, so people can get that click or get that idea that this is something that not done by you. This is something that done by AI or something other tool. So be authentic and be honest with the community. Maybe you are selling or maybe you are charging some up with a particular meeting or particular guidance. So be honest with them. And yeah, like selling a digital products, charging for particular sessions to guide them, and yeah, there are two or three ways that you can monetize the community. So these are the things. And yeah, the question that I have, if I want to get into community manager space and I want to get the first role as a community manager, so what are the things that I should know as a community manager, and how can I get job as a CM?
Mm, I think that it varies, and it's pretty similar to things that you need to have as a developer relationship person. I think that these two roles are very close to each other. So I would say that you should work more on your skills. And these skills are stuff like being good at writing articles, being good at creating videos, and know how to edit those videos. And then
Yeah,
very importantly is to be good with people. So what I did at least is to try to have my own community, let's say on Twitter or X, how you want to call it. So I was very mm, not vocal, but I was always on Twitter. I was trying to help people. I'm not sure if you know it, but I started using Twitter more when I was doing the challenge of 100 days of code. That's how I
Okay.
got more involved, yeah, on the tech community. So while I was doing this challenge, I was asking feedback from people. I was seeing what other people were doing. I was trying to also give them feedback, and that's how I started. I think that this helped me a lot to learn how to communicate with people, because we know how to communicate with our friends and family, but we don't always know how to communicate with people that we don't really know and they are behind the screen, so we are not face to face with them. That was very helpful for me. And that also gave me a lot of ideas to create content, to start writing, start sharing my content on multiple platforms like on Hashnote, on Medium, on DevTool, or sharing my YouTube videos on other platforms as well, and trying to spread them again. All those things are the things that a boss in a big company or a small company will look at a community manager. And that's also actually how I found my job at Hashnote. And that was my first role as a community manager. That's why I'm mentioning it, because the people there had seen my job, like not my real job, but they had seen what I could produce and they wanted something similar for them. And I feel that most companies, that's what they are looking for. So that would be my tips.
Okay. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And the thing that I mentioned on here, just like the number of following on the Twitter or particular platform, like is really help to get job as a community manager. Just like you have a lot of number of following on Twitter or X. So it's really help to get job.
Mm, I don't think so, because I've seen a lot of great developer relationship people that they don't have that many followers. So I don't think that it's always that. I think that it also depends on what the startup or the company is looking for, because sometimes you need someone that is very, very good with the technical stuff, and maybe they have 100 followers. That's totally okay, but I would say that it's nice to have some social media platforms. So I don't think that there are DevRels that are not using social media. Maybe they don't have a lot of followers, but they're still using social media because it's part of their jobs. And also, as far as I have seen, a lot of times they are also great speaker at conferences. And this is also something really helpful, because again, it shows that you can speak and you can communicate with people.
Yeah. Definitely. And I also personally know a lot of people who even don't have an account on a particular social media platform, but still they are doing great work, just like writing articles, creating videos, like talking to conversation with the people, giving a talk on conferences, sharing the value of their tools or product, and they are the best of their field. So yeah, numbers not matter, but it's better to have network with the people. It will help you to grow as an individual person. But in terms of job, people need your work. People see your work, not the
Yeah.
following. Yeah. So yeah, these are the questions that I want to know. And thanks for sharing your insights and time with us, Eleftheria. I really appreciate. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.